One man is being victimized by our own government. One man whom they fear, yet who millions love. One man who is willing to take the poison arrows of lawfare. One man whose voice has been taken away by a corrupt judge operating in a corrupt system. One man who has been ridiculed and insulted. One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down. One man who refused to back down. One man who stands between us and them. One man that wants to see America protected again. One man who wants to see America prosper again. One man who understands that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. One man who understands and protects the blessing of life. One man who wants to restore American exceptionalism. One man who once again wants to make America that shining city on a hill for all to see. A place where all the people of the world glowingly set their eyes upon. America. One man who unashamedly wants to make America great again. That one man is Donald Trump.
This is Fanfare with Barry Cunningham.
Everybody they know, they gonna vote for Donald Trump. That's the way it goes. All over America, all over the USA, they voted for Donald Trump. That's what I'm trying to say. Election is over, everyone can see. Donald Trump is now the president of your country. Election is over, everyone can see. Donald Trump is now the president of your country. I want to make America great again.
Woo!
I want to lower the taxes. I want to bring all American business back from overseas back to the USA, baby.
There we go.
Ooh, yeah, Donald Trump is now the president of your country. Election is over, everybody can see. Donald Trump is now the president of your country. Election is over, everyone can see. Donald Trump is now the president of your country.
Oh, do I got some news for you? I'm just telling you. Strap in, get your headrest, get a cup of coffee. We're going to be here for a little bit. I got some news for you. In addition to having some news for you, I'm going to expose some people. Some people that you might really like, but it's time to expose some people so you guys can chill and relax. First person we're going to have to expose is none other than Mr. Jake Tapper. Jake, take it away.
Senator Marco Rubio to be his next Secretary of State, the first Senate Democrat, has already come forward saying not only does he support Rubio, he will vote for his confirmation. That's Senator John Fetterman, Democrat of Pennsylvania, posted on X or Twitter, quote, unsurprisingly, the other team's pick will have political differences than my own. That being said, my colleague, Senator Marco Rubio, is a strong choice, and I look forward to voting for his confirmation, unquote. Karen, do you agree with Senator Fetterman that Rubio would be a strong choice to be, I mean, relative to a Republican president? You have to.
Who? Mark Rubio. You guys did an entire segment on this show about Mark Rubio being the Secretary of State? Where are you getting your information from, bro? Boy, are you people wrong, and many people on the right are wrong. See, that's what's going on right now. There is no idea. These people have no idea. Trump has broken the media. Just broke it in half. They have no clue what's going on right now. I'm going to prove it to you. None whatsoever. But let's Jake finish this.
Grant them that.
Yeah, sure. Look, I think, though, what Fetterman is also saying is that he expects that there will be a process by which all of the people that Trump nominates.
And by the way, I'm going to have to spank somebody for spelling spinning wrong. I don't know who could have done that.
We'll have to go through the regular process and go through hearings. And I hope that ends up being the case, and that he, this whole thing about the recess appointments that he's trying to get people to agree to, that's disturbing, but it's...
Oh, it's disturbing. You see? That's why it's a good idea. I talked to you about that in the previous show, that he's going to be going for these recess appointments, and the Democrats don't like that at all. They want to be able to put, some bad things, bugs in the ointment. They want to muck up the water. They want to slow Trump down. We need to have the recess appointments.
Also part of what he made very clear during the campaign. He is about consolidating power.
I think a lot of senators are breathing a sigh of relief that it wasn't Secretary of State Rick Grinnell, who represents the MAGA wing.
We should note it hasn't. The nomination
hasn't happened
been official yet. So
So it hasn't been made official. Then why the hell are you wasting broadcast airtime on talking about some fantasy that you have no idea? You're trying to break news, but you ain't got no breaking news, except for the real breaking news, which we're going to get to. Just wanted to point this out to you, that even if it's on CNN, you can't believe it. The only person you can believe at this point is Donald Trump. When he tells you, or Caroline Leavitt tells you, that's it. No, don't. When I'm going to show you something, it's going to be embarrassing to these people and embarrassing to a lot of other people over on X. They're out there putting out shit just so they can get clicks and everything else, and they have no friggin' clue. And I'm going to prove to you that they had no friggin' clue as well.
Think could happen.
But if you're a Democrat, national security person, you're thinking between the MAGA Trump people and the establishment Trump people. The MAGA Trump people are worse from your perspective. So when you look at the Secretary of Defense, the National Security Advisor, any of these positions, you're happy when the center right-ish, semi-cold on Ukraine guy gets the nod rather than the guy who thinks that Ukraine is like, the aggressor, or that, that they have biolabs or whatever. So it seems pretty clear that the establishment Republicans are winning so far.
The establishment people in the Republican Party are winning. That's who's winning against Trump right now. The establishment. A few moments later.
This just into our politics lead. President-elect Trump has just announced two major picks for his new administration. John Ratcliffe will be director, or at least nominated to be director of the CIA. Ratcliffe, you may remember, served as director of national intelligence in the first Trump administration. Ratcliffe had been on the short list for attorney general and been working on national security policy for the Trump transition team. The other big announcement, veteran Republican lawyer William McGinley will serve as White House counsel. McGinley served as White House cabinet secretary during Trump's first term, and during this election served as the RNC's outside counsel for election integrity.
So this guy on CNN says, the establishment is working. They're gonna contain Trump. Okay. And then literally seconds after he said that, here comes the MAGA side. John Ratcliffe, director of the CIA. He's MAGA. He's MAGA. Guess you were wrong there, bro. Completely wrong. And I just want to show you some of the crap that okay, let me rephrase it. Some of the conjecture that's out there on Twitter. So you have this person, very nice person, breaking. Alina Habba is rumored to be the frontrunner for White House press secretary. Where are you getting this? Don't get me wrong. I love me some Alina Habba. I think she would be fantastic. But where's this rumor coming from? How are you just putting this out there saying that's what's supposed to happen? How do you know? No, anybody want to tell me? Anybody want to tell me how breaking? President Trump reportedly considering Ben Carson for HHS secretary. How do you know? Where are you getting this breaking information that all of a sudden Ben Carson is being the person, who's going to do this? How about this one? Breaking. Everybody's using the word breaking. President Trump expected to announce Dan Bongino as a Secret Service director. How do you know? How could you possibly know? This is just what's going on over on X, and I'm like, it's almost mind-boggling to see people do this stuff. And another one, breaking. The New York Post reports that Tulsi Gabbard could become the Secretary of Defense in the Trump administration. This was about 3 o'clock. Tulsi Gabbard, the New York Post, reports that Tulsi Gabbard could become the Secretary of Defense in the Trump administration. Let me just tell you, the person who posted that and the New York Post were both full of shit. No other way to say it. Don't believe any of these people. I'm going to show you the truth in a second. What else we got here? Because it's just widespread. It's widespread panic at this point. I know many of you love you some Candace Owens. Candace Owens puts out this video and says blackmailed neocon warmonger like Marco Rubio are attempting to infiltrate Trump's new administration and keep the status quo. I can't tell you guys enough. If you voted for Trump, then you trust Trump. If you don't trust Trump, you shouldn't have voted for Trump. If you think that Marco Rubio is a neocon warmonger, then you must think Trump's out of his friggin' mind. You can't have it both ways. But the bottom line is, some of these people are really, really, really good people. But the game on social media is to get clicks, likes, shares. You have to get that in order to make money. The bottom line is you want to make money as a content creator. So people are putting all this stuff out there. Tulsi Gabbard, she's going to be the next Secretary of Defense. New York Post says it. So now you're exposing two things. One, you're exposing yourself as a twit, and you're exposing the New York Post as not knowing what the hell they're talking about. How do I know this? Well, I do have some breaking news for you. Breaking news from the actual source. Let's just go back a little bit and go to the source here, because the source has announced 4 different appointments since I last saw you at 3 o'clock. So let's look at these new appointees, shall we? This one came in. Not many people covered it. Not sure why. I guess it wasn't that, it didn't have the spice of the other appointments. But nonetheless, it's a big one. So let's go ahead. Hold on. Let me make this center it so you guys can see it. There we go. I am pleased to announce that I have appointed Steve Witkoff to be the special envoy to the Middle East. Steve is a highly respected leader in business and philanthropy who has made every project and community he has been involved with stronger and more prosperous. Steve will be an unrelenting voice for peace and make us all proud. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to be honest with me and honest with yourself. Can you do that? Can you be a little bit honest? Okay. Did you see anybody saying rumored to be, Steve Witkoff is rumored to be the next special envoy to the Middle East? Did you see that anywhere on X? No. Did you see that anywhere in the media? No. Okay. I'm going to continue proving my point. This one here, Joseph McKinley will serve as my White House counsel. Bill is smart and tenacious, who will help me advance our American First agenda while fighting for election integrity and against the weaponization of law enforcement. He served in my first term as White House Cabinet Secretary and played a major role in our election victory as the RNC's outside counsel for integrity. Election integrity. Did you see this mentioned on X, Twitter, Facebook, that this guy was going to be the, White House counsel? Was there any rumors? No. None. Anywhere. How about the next one? You just heard and that was John Ratcliffe. John Ratcliffe is now going to be the director of the CIA. You guys all know who that John Ratcliffe was. He was basically director of national intelligence. He was right there by Trump's side. This guy is MAGA to the core, and now he's going to be the director of Central CIA. See that anywhere? Let me know. Send me a link that shows me that somehow there was information floating around out there that John Ratcliffe was the new CIA director. I'll wait. But this next one, it's going to drop your socks off. This next one, when I saw it, I went, holy you know what? And nobody saw this coming. The next one, boom, drum roll. I am honored to announce that I have nominated Pete Hegseth to serve in my cabinet as the Secretary of Defense. Pete friggin' Hegseth. Pete has spent his entire life as a warrior for the troops and for the country. Pete is tough, smart, and a true believer in America first. With Pete at the helm, America's enemies are on notice. Our military will be great again, and America will never back down. Pete friggin' Hegseth from Fox News. Also, he's been involved in the military. Pete Hegseth is the new Secretary of Defense, and I guarantee you didn't see that on X anywhere. So when people start saying, hey, there's a rumor that this person's going to be the so-and-so. Really? Where'd you find that out? Who told you? Because obviously, Trump ain't telling anybody shit. They are so tight right now. I absolutely love it. They are so friggin' tight that no leaks are really getting out. Except maybe the ones they want to. There's been nothing said about Marco Rubio. There's been nothing said about Kristi Noem. These people came out of nowhere. I guarantee you, if you looked all over X, it's out there now. But there was nobody talking about Pete Hegseth becoming the Secretary of Defense. It just wasn't out there. How can that be? How could it be that nobody knew that Pete Hegseth was going to be the Secretary of Defense? I'll tell you, because they ain't telling anybody what they're doing. So if you really want to know what moves Trump is doing, ignore the peanut gallery. I ain't posting, hey, I heard that. No, I ain't heard shit. Okay? All I hear is what the man posts. When he announces it, that's when I know it's happening. That's what you should know. If you're not on True Social, then don't worry about it. Just watch my show and I'll let you know the real deal. But all the, hey, I've heard that, Ben Carson, hey, I've heard. Now, all that stuff may come true. I'm not saying that Marco Rubio is not going to be the Secretary of State, but I'm not doing what CNN is doing and go, yeah, so he's going to be a great Secretary of State, and I'm going to vote for him, like John Fetterman said. No, dude, what are you talking about? What exactly are you people talking about? This administration, unlike the guy on CNN, is all MAGA. I mean, there's basically every single person he's picking right now. And this dude on television said, well, you know what? Here's what's going on. The establishment is winning. Really? Really? Funny. Pete Hegseth isn't establishment. Nope. Mike Huckabee, not establishment. Just don't go down the list. Elise Stefanik, not establishment. Lee Zeldin, not establishment. What are you talking about? You people are toast. Absolutely toast. Trump is putting together, as some people have problems with, he's putting together a group of loyalists. He is bringing in people that he is handpicking that he knows have kissed the ring. I'm sorry if some people have a problem with that. Too bad. This is the guy we voted for. We said, do what you need to do. Make it happen. Get the newcomers out. Lower our taxes. Lower our gas prices. Do whatever you need to do the things that you said you were going to do. And I trust him. So I am tired of having to explain to people why he's doing the things he's doing and what you're worried about. And this person's this person. Chill. Woosah. Woosah. Until you see it in print, and see it coming on his post, don't believe shit. Nobody knows, obviously. I'm going to keep refreshing as we're sitting here, so that if something else does leak, that we will know, it came from Trump. Let me see. Let me just see if anything happened. Nope. The last one was Pete Hegseth. So that's where we are with this. And I'll keep refreshing to make sure that we don't miss anything. I can refresh every couple minutes while I'm talking to you. But I urge you, if you guys aren't following Trump, go follow him. Go on to Truth Social. You don't even have to open an account. You can just Truth Social and Donald Trump, and his will be the first one in Google. So all you have to do is put it in there, and then just refresh it every couple half hour. It seems like. I mean, the news, it just keeps happening. I'm sure sometime tonight, whether it's during this show or later on, there's going to be another one or two people that he announces. But these are the real deal. It's not somebody making something up. Let me just talk to y'all for a second. That blows my mind. Oh, wow, that blows my mind. Thank you, Barry. I need to hear this. Yeah, this is why I voted for the Orange Man. That's exactly why we voted for him. Trust in President Trump. If you guys need me to post the link of his page, or one of the mods can, but it's right there. Vivek is leading the Doge department with Elon. I hear Vivek may end up being the, new senator in Ohio. So who knows what's going on behind the scenes. Trump and super friends against the legions of doom, the Democrats. He's leaving them in a quandary. They don't know what to do. They have no idea. I had to put that part about CNN on because I couldn't think of a more illustrative point to make about the media than for them to post what they just said. Oh yeah, the establishment is winning. They're beating Trump. And I'm thinking, how could you even say that on television? You just completely made it up. Or some source told you, yeah, we got him boxed in. Oh, okay, you're nuts. West Virginia, no to Marco Rubio. Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. But I have no idea who he's picking. I have all the faith in President Trump's decisions. That's what we just have to have at this point. We all have to sit back and go, all right, this man, he's doing something back there. He's acting, he's got mad scientist crap going on. And it's so weird because when you look at it, nobody would have said anything about Pete Hegseth. Pete Hegseth, the long-haired guy on Fox and Friends Weekend, is now going to be your defense secretary. I just can't imagine Pete Hegseth walking into the cabinet room or going to see these generals. Like, hey, I know you've been in the military for 30 years and you're a 4-star general, but I'm the boss. Oh, I'm the boss, bish. Oh my goodness. This is going to be the most delightful 4 years you've seen in a long time. It's just turning out to be crazy. Pete is amazing. Yeah, he's an amazing guy. Let's see, MSNBC. Oh yeah, it's rumored to be I'm the next press secretary. Oh, it's funny. This is just too much. You guys are cracking me up. Absolutely cracking me up. He doesn't have long hair. What do you mean he doesn't have long hair? He always like puts it back in it looks like he puts extra mousse. If you ever saw him turn his head, he's got like basically a reverse mohawk. He puts all kinds of gel so it looks like, Joey Rocket Man. It sits back there, but he's got some long hair. Somebody goes, no one tells Trump who to appoint. I'm having fun because this is what it's supposed to be. We voted for this man. We said, do what you got to do. Make the promises kept. Do it. And I just don't like to see people second guessing him and everything else. And I understand it gets clicks. I understand, it's likes and shares and all that kind of stuff. But I don't want people here to be misled. I make sure or aim to be as much as possible as truthful and give you the information and your ability to check it on your own as well. That's the other thing. You know, a lot of people can say, hey, I'm telling you the truth, but I want you to be able to basically click on Trump's Truth Social and look it up yourself. Pete Hegseth, I think, is going to be, if not a good Secretary of Defense, a kick in the door, all up in your face, get this shit done type of guy. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people. I'm waiting to see where Kash Patel falls. Maybe Kash Patel, people rumored they thought he was going to be the CIA director. Nope. Maybe he's DNI. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's nothing. I don't know. But we'll have to see how things transpire. Keep your eyes and ears open. And if somebody says something on X, if somebody says Fred Smith is rumored to be the next so-and-so, don't even waste your time. But the question you should think to yourself is, how do you know? You're on X. You're a YouTuber. You think Trump's talking to you? No. He's not even talking to people he knows. There's nobody who thought Steve Witkoff was going to be announced today. No one. Not a single person. There's no one who thought that John Ratcliffe would be the new CIA director. They would have said it. That's how you know people are full of it. They would say it. Because Trump, even if he's looking at Dan Bongino for the Secret Service director, which I hope it's Dan Bongino. But if Dan Bongino was going to be the Secret Service director, you can bet nobody else knows. Not his wife, not his friends. Nobody knows until Trump says, you're my guy. I was watching this morning, it was a podcast from Patrick Bet-David. If you ever see PVD, his stuff is really, really good. And he got to interview Trump. And he said when he got to interview Trump and they accepted and everything, he goes, I couldn't even tell my wife until the day before. It was complete secrecy. Now think about this. This was just Trump accepting and going to a place to do an interview, not hire a cabinet member. In order to do an interview, you had to swear secrecy. You could even tell your wife. Maybe Patrick went, hey, honey, guess what? But anyway, he was told that not even your wife. Okay. He says he shows up. They shut down a street. Nobody knew what was going on. I know the street his office is on. They shut it down. He said they showed up with 2 ambulances, helicopters, snipers, all kinds of stuff, and descended on this guy's office. Then they said when he walked in, they said, okay, let's see your board and what you're doing. Go ahead and click every single button in here. Click the button so we know each button does what it's supposed to do. And he said they're doing all this stuff, and he had to reset everything in front of them so they knew what he was doing. So he just couldn't walk in, hey, come on in, Don. Yeah, okay, and hit this button because it might have been boom. So the Secret Service came in and said, click that, click that button, click this button. Go ahead and flip the light switch. Let us see all the stuff that's working, that you're going to be touching. And he told nobody. He said he didn't even tell his wife. And that was just for an interview. An interview. So you think these people on X, people like me, other people like me, either bigger name people, you think someone's telling them, hey, guess what? Yeah, I'm getting ready to pick Dan Bongino. Shh, don't tell nobody. You think that's happening? You're foolish if you think that's happening. And I'm talking from someone who loves me some Dan Bongino. I'm just saying if that talk is in the works, if that conversation is happening, the people the people won't be doing anything. I just got a text. Oh boy, what do we got now? So incoming. We got incoming, Steve. Hold on. This is how fast the news is breaking. Steve just texted me. Vivek nominated Doge. I don't know what that actually means. I don't see anything. So it's not going to be. Oh, so here's what may be happening. if Vivek is going to be the director or whatever of Doge, let me just see if there's something that just hasn't hit yet. Then probably what we're seeing is Elon can't actually be in the administration, but he's going to be involved in working with Vivek. Let me just see before I post it. And see if there's an announcement here. Okay, we have an announcement 10 minutes ago. It just hasn't been posted to his website yet. So whoever his social media, I refreshed. I told you I'd keep refreshing and there would be something there. Okay, we got drum roll, please. My God, this stuff happens so fast. You guys are here and watching it while it's happening. I am pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, working in conjunction with American patriot Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. So they're both in. Elon and Vivek. They're going to be working together. Let's look at the actual announcement. I am pleased to... Can you guys see that? Let me go ahead and blow this up. Man, at this point, I probably shouldn't even bother doing shows because he is just going crazy. All right. Statement from President Donald J. Trump. I am pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, working in conjunction with American patriot Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Together, these two wonderful Americans, 2 for 1, we got a twofer, will pave the way for my administration to dismantle government bureaucracy / excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies essential to the Save America movement. This will send shockwaves, yeah, you can bet your ass on that one, through the system and anyone involved in government waste, which is a lot of people, stated Mr. Musk. It will become potentially, oh boy, it will become potentially the Manhattan Project of our time. Go look that up. Republican politicians have dreamed about the objectives of DOGE for a very long time to drive this kind of drastic change. The Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, will provide advice and guidance from outside of government and will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to government like never seen before. All right, so this is going to be outside of government, it seems. I'm not sure the way it reads. I look forward to Elon and Vivek making changes to the federal bureaucracy with an eye on efficiency and at the same time making life better for all Americans. Importantly, we will drive out the massive waste and fraud which exists throughout our annual $6.5 trillion of government spending and make the U.S. government accountable to we the people. Their work will conclude no later than July 4th, 2026. So it's an interim appointment. A smaller government with more efficiency and less bureaucracy will be the perfect gift to America on its 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Wow. Wow. Oh my God, there's head spinnings all around the Beltway tonight. All up. I can't wait to see what's going on in the media. These people are losing their crap. At this point, they don't even know what to do. Don't even know what to do. Now, we knew that Elon was going to be a part of DOGE. We didn't know Vivek Ramaswamy was going to be part of DOGE. We thought possibly Vivek might end up being, possibly Secretary of State or something. But now he's going to be working in cohesion with Elon Musk to root out spending and all the crap that they're doing. So Trump is busy tonight. He's extremely busy. He's posting stuff. He's making nominations. This one is not even going to be a nomination. It's just an agency that they're creating. Liberal heads are exploding around the country right now. I mean, I can't even imagine how people must be absolutely freaking out. And we're only 7:51, so we probably got more coming. I mean, because that's, 4 or 5 just in the last... I got to do the Trump dance. I got to do the Trump dance. Oh, my goodness. All of you should be doing the Trump dance at home or something. Just ecstatic at what this man is doing and the speed in which he's doing it. The title of this video was Trump is breaking news. He is, and he's breaking the media. They can't possibly keep up. They have no idea what's going on, and nobody else does either. Nobody. We knew that the governor of Ohio was considering making Vivek a senator. I don't know. Maybe he can't do both at this point. But wow. Yeah, I gotta get some comments on this one because you guys must be seeing this. New update, Barry. 10 seconds ago, we got another one? No, don't tell me we got another one. New update. Let me refresh. No, we're still good. We're still good at this point. Lots and lots of conjecture out there. Yeah, people are just talking out their ass. Talking out there. We should just do a show and we convene at 7:30 and just like let's wait. Let's wait and see what he does next. And tomorrow is going to be a huge day. I don't even know what kind of stuff is going to happen. So just so you guys know, tomorrow Trump goes to the White House to visit with Dementia Joe. Melania has already told Jill, bugger off, I'm not coming. So he's going to be meeting with Dementia Joe. There's going to be a lot of long faces. And then after that, he's going to hold court with the senators and let them know he needs the recess appointments and to make Rick Scott his guy. So hopefully by Thursday, if they delay the meeting, Mitch can step off and say, just get rid of him. Let me show you something about Mitch, too. Piece of crap that he is. Man. Mitch McConnell, or whoever can use a computer, posted this. I was proud to help return the Republican majority to the Senate and thrilled to welcome some of the newest GOP senators to the Capitol this afternoon. I look forward to working them for the American people. Oh, kiss off, Mitch. You didn't help Carrie Lake at all. You didn't do. I bet you. Well, we would have 3 more GOP senators if you had not sabotaged Republicans who support Trump. Resign immediately. You're a disgrace to our party, Betty Johnson. Betty, tell us how you really feel. Let's see. Trump got these senators in, not you. You are the reason we don't have more senators. Resign, you disgrace. Do something right for once and endorse Rick Scott. You actually leave a legacy worth remembering. You had nothing to do with it. In fact, you sabotaged our efforts. Trump reached the voters and got them motivated. No one would vote for your kind of neocon, compromised, old-school Republican Party. Those days are over. This is MAGA country. He actually tried to take credit for these men getting elected. Special kind of POS he is. I mean, seriously, that's the cojones on somebody like Mitch McConnell to try and we got another one, and this one was correct. This one was absolutely correct. All right, so people had speculated on this one, and this one ends up being absolutely correct. So, boom. We got another one. I am pleased to announce that the governor and former congresswoman from South Dakota, Kristi Noem, will be appointed to serve as the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. Kristi has been very strong on border security. She was the first governor to send National Guard soldiers to help Texas fight the Biden border crisis, and they were sent a total of 8 times. She will work closely with border czar Tom Homan to secure the border and will guarantee that our American homeland is secure from our adversaries. So this one, the speculation was correct. People had said that Kristi Noem would be the Secretary of Homeland Security, and that it did pan out. So that one, that rumor ended up being correct. Yeah, I think we should just forget the show and just keep refreshing here and seeing what comes up next, because damn, what a night. What a night. They're sitting here just dropping these bombs. And I love the fact that he's doing it at night. I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock p.m. So the media that's out there during the day, because at night they just have the shows, the hosts. During the day is when they try to report news. He's blocked them out. I don't need to come to you. I have truth. I have X. People are putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. I'm sure Benny will be talking about it tomorrow. I'm sure everybody will be discussing all of these appointments that are dropping tonight. And the media is going to be completely missing it. These people are at home, they're at dinner, whatever. They're done. There is no media. We are the media. You can see this. SV, you texted me. Don't tell me another one. I don't even have time to refresh at this point. Yeah, that was the okay. That was a known one. All right. So y'all seeing it firsthand. You're seeing it firsthand. This man is not playing. Not even this much. And I heard what Jake Tapper and some of these people were saying about Christy Noble. Like, what kind of experience does she have, running this kind of an operation in a border? Her state's not even on any border, and blah, blah, blah. You have no idea. All she's got to do is talk to Tom Homan. Tom Homan's going to say, just give me what I need. And she's going to have to facilitate, the budget. Excuse me. That's the kind of thing that she's going to do. Basically, he's got a Department of Homeland Security. That's exactly what he did. He's like, I got my operational division with Tom Homan, and I got my administrative division with Christie. Christie obviously understands money, budgets, personnel, and that kind of thing. Tom says, I understand how to make it happen. Together they will work I guarantee you, together they will work together to basically further the DHS. He will say, I identified this, we need this. She'll say, okay, let me get that done and move money from here. Now, understand all of the things that HHS oversees. In addition to the border, she'll oversee FEMA. So all that crap that's been going on with FEMA, she's got to figure out where that money went. And once they start looking in the books, this is where the other part comes in, because now she'll get the books for FEMA. And when she starts looking at FEMA, they're going to go, well, where'd they spend the money? Oh, remember that thing where Trump was saying you guys wasted money on the newcomers? And the media went crazy and said, oh, that's not true. She's about to find out. She's about to open them books and find out where the dollars went that came from FEMA. And then she'll probably just talk to whoever's going to be the attorney general and say, here's your evidence. See, when people were talking earlier in the show, and they're like, Trump's being dictatorial, and he's got to do this and do that, and he's going after his opponents. No, you're going to have someone now who's an administrator. She ran a state. She's going to know and look at the budget. She's going to see what went out and what came in. And she's going to report to Trump and whoever the AG is, and like, we got a problem. We brought in this much I can't even find. And then this much went here when it was just imagine. Just imagine. It's a great day to be in America. I hope you guys understand that. This is going to be phenomenal what he's going to be doing. I hope you guys are loving this. This cabinet is nuclear. Yeah. So what do we got left? Here, let me go ahead and let me bring in an image for you guys to take a look at, because we can actually start seeing who's left in here for them to go ahead and fulfill. Okay, here's this post, because this was from earlier, and let me just put it up on the screen so we can see who the big pieces are left to go. All right, so you've got agriculture, not a big deal. You've got defense is already in place. Education, we'll see. Energy, health and human services, we're thinking that obviously might go to RFK Jr. Maybe it won't, in terms of who that one's going to go to, and we can continue through this entire thing. But there's a lot more to go. But the big ones left, I think, that we need to look at is commerce. Defense is in. Energy, HUD, Department of Justice, that's going to be the AG, Department of Labor, obviously the state, whoever's going to be the Secretary of State, then whoever we're going to get Buttigieg out of there, and we got to get Buttigieg out there and have somebody transportation. The Director of National Intelligence is going to be, they're all big. There's a whole bunch of big ones left to go here. A lot of big ones. A lot of big ones yet to fill. I have been to the mountaintop. Go Trump. Do you think there's a leak since Kristi Noem got out early? Could be something that got out there. Refresh. Are you telling me there's another one? Good. Don't tell me that. Another one. Nope. There's not. Nope. I just always like refreshed. Like not yet. So I'll check it. FBI, CIA is John Ratcliffe. FBI we don't know. Secret Service we don't know. I hope no dogs cross her path. Y'all mean. Refresh, Barry. Refresh. Wait, we got something else? I don't see nothing yet. Man. Talk about taking in host show schedule and tossing it. I don't see a new one yet, so we're still good. So, I'm going to go on with the show and check it after this next segment. So this, because, oh my goodness, it just keeps happening. So in this next segment, I want to show you something that happened with James Carville today. And it as much of a curmudgeon, rough around the edges guy, he's telling CNN, you screwed up. The Democrats, you screwed up. But they don't want to hear it. They're stuck in DEI land. Their wokeness has infected them to the point where their entire networks are just being destroyed. And this is a great example to prove that.
And there is also an idea that America is still not ready for a female president. But last spring you said, a suspicion of mine is that there are too many preachy females dominating the culture of the Democratic Party. Do you stand by that? Females?
Would you look at our male vote? Would somebody just take a look at how we did with males and how we did with non-white males and tell me that the Democrats don't have a messaging problem, that their message comes across as too feminine? I mean,
it's simple. Look at the scoreboard. I cannot believe Christiane Amanpour, who's been around for decades, still can't read the writing on the wall. It's good to have somebody like James Carville because they're not listening to him. James, they don't want what you're selling. You're an old curmudgeon. They don't care. The new way is DEI and wokeism. So just understand, your party's toast.
Of course I was right when I said that. I don't think there's not a person in the world I've talked to that doubts that I'm right now.
Okay, James.
I say provocative things to get a provocative reaction.
Yeah.
But are somebody going to really tell me we don't have a problem with male voters?
Well, that's really interesting because
you're telling me something I'm completely unaware of.
No, I'm going to read you the stats. As you know, well, you know the stats. 1 in 3 voters of color.
Yeah, he knew the stats the night he got the data, and you're just like digging in, and you lost men. You lost the entire narrative. Nobody wanted what you guys were selling. And here it is, as I've said many times, a week later, you're still trying to figure out what went wrong. The man's telling you. The man is specifically telling you, hey, man, they don't want this woke stuff.
Voted for Trump. Trump carried Hispanic men by 10 points. Trump improved his support with younger voters compared with 2020. And you're right, he did win the male vote. So I just need to understand this because what are you saying then that Democrats need to do about the so-called gender gap? What should they do?
How do you not know? I mean, seriously, how do you not know? It makes absolutely no sense. You got to get rid of the woke stuff. They don't want to get rid of the woke stuff.
Well, first thing, they could have done a lot of muscular economic messaging that we didn't do. We could have been for increase the minimum wage to $15 an hour. We could have talked more about raising taxes on incomes above $400,000 and using that money to help young people buy a house. We can certainly shovel the entire identity politics about 50 feet in the ground and
he ain't wrong. I'm glad they didn't listen to him. You can take this identity stuff and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. He's over it. But they don't want to listen to people like that anymore, so they're doomed.
Bury it. I mean, you can start by doing things like that. You could have got out in front of the crime issue, which, by the way, the crime rate in the United States is down historic amount by 30%. But we were not able to talk about crime because the woke police would not allow that. And one of the great accomplishments of the Biden-Harris administration. So there's a lot of things you can do, and you can change your language around. Don't use coded language, and it's going to take, like I said, it'll take one cycle before we can wash it.
I've spoken to you guys at length about the coded language. He recognizes that coded language is just a bad thing to have. All the different things, there's pronouns and this and that and everything else. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants the Transformers in school. I have to use the word Transformers. He mentioned earlier on another show about the border and nobody, doing something about the newcomers, and y'all just let them all in. This party may not win anything for 20, 30 years because they've got too many people entrenched that don't understand what real people want. See, that's going to be a huge, huge problem for them. One of the things that I saw that it was interesting was that at this point, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but at this point, they're looking to dismantle the mainstream media. Comcast is putting up MSNBC for sale. They're like, we can't deal with this anymore. It's losing money. The ratings, they were down 55%. Since the election, their audience has gone 55%. Gone. Can't survive that. Advertisers won't pay for it. Nobody wants to watch your crap. And the reason why nobody wants to watch your crap is after the election, you're still got someone on the air saying this insanity every night.
And it's this idea of I want to be with the side that's waving the biggest flag. I want to fit in. And there is a huge element, to be honest, of anti-blackness in a lot of this. Anti-black Americanness specifically. And Paula and I have talked about this, that there is a part of that anti-blackness is a piece of it. Even though Enrique Tarrio, who's the head of the Proud Boys, is a black Latino, but he's down with white supremacists.
There are 4 white people she's talking to, and not one of them wants to stand up for themselves. It's y'all white people that are having a problem. Yeah, that's a good message.
Down with them. And there's this idea that I'm black, but I'm not black. I may look black to you. I may be black if I'm walking through Bloomingdale's and get followed around. But in my mind, I'm identifying with whiteness because whiteness means privilege and it means not being a black American. This has to be unpacked because this shift among Latino men is significant. And it says something about where we're going in this country, about whether we can create an appeal. There's also, the last thing I will throw in is the creation of the idea that everything that Vice President Harris was proposing is communism.
Yeah.
That is a potent argument for a lot of Latinos.
Is there any wonder why MSNBC is going to get sold? and when they get sold, they're probably going to get pennies on the dollar. Maybe you can buy the equipment because I don't know how the mainstream media gets saved at this point. The salaries alone at that table. I mean, we know Rachel Maddow's $20 million or so. We know Chris Hayes like 2 or 3. I think Joy Reid's like $2 or $3 million a year. Not sure about Lawrence O'Donnell or the other lady sitting there, other guy. Who wants to pay that kind of money for shit? The ratings are in the toilet. 54% of their audience just said bye. I had someone in our private group message me, a YouTuber who was a prominent guy. He had like 2 million followers on the left, and he's like, "Hey, listen, I'm losing 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers per day, and not only that, they're canceling our memberships. What the hell's going on?" Well, people finally woke up Wednesday and went, "All of you are full of it. You've been using propaganda and you've been gaslighting us, and we're done. We're done. I'm not going to follow you anymore." For over a year, or more, Trump's coming. I mean, Mueller's coming, and then Trump's going to go to jail. Oh, we got him now. How many times did they tell people that over and over and over? Oh, the walls are closing in. You heard it. I'm sure you heard it. I heard it. The walls are closing in. Oh my God, we got him. Meanwhile, he just kept chugging along. And you said everything bad you possibly could say about this man. All you YouTubers that were on the left, that's all you had, was to destroy Trump and call all of us racist. Yo, you might be black, but you identify as white. That's tired. It's really, really tired, Joy. It's not working. And MSC, or rather Comcast, now knows you're a liability. You are no longer a business asset worth retaining. You see, it got to a point now where the people in the boardroom looked at things and went, that thing sucks. We got his portfolio of stuff, but this one here sucks really bad. And that's you, Joy. You can't blame it on the big bad white man. At this point, it's data. Strictly data. Your audience abandoned you. Why? Because the stuff you were saying, they ain't buying no more. Sorry, Rachel, 20 million? Hope you save some money. This story popped up today, and it's not just them. It's also CNN. CNN is in really, really big trouble. Boom. CNN will axe top stars in layoffs that'll seek hundreds being fired. Hundreds of them as ratings continue to tank. Let me see if I can make this bigger so you guys can see it. 1 second. Hundreds, not a few, hundreds of them are being fired. Good. CNN is planning to wield the axe on some of its high-paid staff after dismal election ratings that capped off a disastrous period for the cable news network. It comes after the departure of stalwart Chris Wallace. Okay, I gotta talk about Chris Wallace. Hold on a second. Chris Wallace gets paid $7 to $8 million a year on CNN. He got booted off of Fox. He goes to CNN. He's making $7 or $8 million a year. Yesterday, he comes out and goes, I'm leaving CNN. I'm going to start my own podcast. You ain't got the charisma, bro. Tucker can go out there. But if Don Lemon couldn't get people to follow him, Chris Wallace, you ain't getting anybody. You're done. You're done. They put you in mothballs on purpose. Well, let's continue with this. That's too funny. It comes after the departure of Chris Wallace amid reports senior stars like Wolf Blitzer and Jake Tapper have both been denied raises. There's no mention of who may be on the chopping block. The highest paid stars include Anderson Cooper, who makes $20 million a year. $20 million. Aaron Burnett, $6 million. Caitlin Collins, $3 million. They throw these people just stupid money. I wish you could call me, CNN. $3 million. These people are making so much money, it doesn't make any sense. In the next few months, CNN will implement another round of layoffs that will impact hundreds of employees across the organization. The fresh round of firings, the insider said, will be more geared toward the production side of things. And on and on and on. They need their business. CNN and MSNBC, for whatever they were supposed to be to help the Democrat propaganda, they are a business. And now they're turning into a fire sale item. It won't stop there. I'm sure CBS is going to... The only thing that's probably saving the people at CBS, NBC, and ABC is that they have other programming. They have television programming. They have all kinds of specials on Paramount. CNN, yeah, it's only news. MSNBC, yeah, it's only news. I mean, they may have some documentaries here or there, but it's not like, a television show. You ain't going to see SVU on MSNBC. It's a completely different thing on NBC. So they don't have any fallback. That's it. We're paying these people a stupid amount of money, and they're failing miserably. And then we just watched. You walk into a corporate boardroom, and you say, look, my numbers are down by 50+%. You better be starting to pack the shit in your office. 50%? And they're probably going to continue to slide? Because why would you watch them at this point? I just showed you the intro on that Jake Tapper thing on that CNN, and the guy just completely made things up. Oh, the establishment is winning. They're beating Trump right now. They're getting their way. Really? Where did you get that from? You just made it up. And so that's the problem that they're having at this point, is they don't know what to do. Fantastic. I'm petting my chest trying to calm me down. We the people win. Yeah, absolutely. I wish I could tell Joy Reid to her face, bye, Felicia. You're going to start seeing these people and start seeing their names associated with firings and all kinds of stuff. And the worst part about it for them is there's no replacement. You're not going to go from making $20 million a year, Anderson Cooper. I understand you moonlight on 60 Minutes, but there's not another $20 million slot out there. Where are you going to go? The entirety of the news media is in big trouble. Elon Musk has made it his personal agenda to destroy, as he said, the woke mind virus. And he has turned X into the place where news is featured. That's where people go to get news. Let me refresh, make sure we haven't missed any new announcements. And nope, we're still good. But X, you don't need them anymore. You do not need to tune into mainstream media. Mainstream media should say. Could you imagine if they just saved that money between the $3 million they pay Caitlin Collins and the $6 million they pay Aaron Burnett and the $20 million that they pay Anderson Cooper, and that's just those three? Let's say I took like $50 million off the bottom line. $50 million. And all the people who do production with those shows. I could probably say like $70 million just by wiping them out. And then I could say, listen, can I get a couple podcasters here, and we're going to pay each of you like $500,000 to keep putting out content and put stuff on X. Game over. You don't need it. Nobody's watching it. Same thing with MSNBC. Rachel Maddow, $30 million? Come on, man. Why would you be paying Rachel Maddow $30 million per year? It's a money pit. There's no way out. Cooper's brother got tossed out the window. Yeah, isn't CNN? It says age of Cronkite and Mike Wallace is over. It's completely over. It's absolutely over. Can Elon Musk destroy? Where was that? The comment section on X is heavily censored, and he restricts people's reach. And without reach, there is no freedom of speech. I got to tell you, you're wrong there. He doesn't restrict, as you said, or is heavily censored. No. When you say stuff, it's because somebody emailed me, hey man, I thought this was freedom of speech. I thought I could say what I want. You can't say that someone's an effing, and use that actual word. That person is an effing, F-A, you know what. You can't say that. You couldn't say it in person. Why would you say it on X? Like, if I want to emphasize a word, if I want to say the F word, I'll say F-U-Q. F-U-Q. Pronounce it to yourself, and you see what it means. But you can't just denigrate somebody. That's not free speech. That's just being stupid. That's not free speech. As for reach, let me just explain reach to you. I don't want to turn this into a Twitter tutorial, but reach is based upon who wants to see your stuff. Meaning if nobody wants to see your stuff, the algorithm's not just going to put you up first because, it's you. So just like anything else, you have to work the algorithm. You have to train the algorithm. You have to put out content that people are going to respond to. You just don't show up, hey, I got no followers and I just joined and I just posted something and nobody saw it. That's not how it works. So what I would advise people who are new to X is, number one, join our group, because that's the entirety of it. It's like a little incubator. You can go here and join our private group and get some. And there's also been a guy who's talked about it, who's like, yeah, man, I'm actually getting traction. People who, you meet here in the chat and they may want to, see your stuff. Just go there and join the group. We've got like 9,300 people or so, but you get in there and you gain traction. Get people to interested in what you have to say. Post interesting content. Share interesting content. And then don't go following everybody and their mom and then have no followers. It's a process. I know people get in there and they just start following people, and they got 1,000 people they follow and nobody's following you. That's not how it works. You have got to put the time in. Or you can just lurk and watch. I mean, there's plenty of people who have X accounts and they're not interested in building up a following or follow. They can just look and I see what so-and-so said. Let me like that. And that's it. Or just comment on somebody else's thing. Oftentimes, if you comment early on a thread, people may respond to you. But you just can't go out there and say, there's no such thing as free speech being able to call somebody a effing FA. Fill in the rest of the word. Sorry, that's just not how it works. It doesn't work that way. Again, Barry, thanks. Love your support. It means a lot to me. I appreciate what you've been doing, really. Thank you very much. It has to be interesting, too. Yes, breaking news. Yep, I already talked about that a little while ago. No apologies. I love the real men of America. Let's bring it on. Absolutely. I have actually told people not to follow me, and they do. I think I have 165. No, you want people to follow you. You just have to cool it on how many people you follow. You don't want to have 1,000 people that you follow and only 20 people who follow you. That reverse ratio, and you can look that up on Google. You can look at follower to follow ratio, and there's a grading system that shows you what you're considered, where you need to be. You should be, and you should strive to be at least 2 to 1. Get to that point where you're 2 to 1, where you've got you more people follow you than you follow, and then you're going to see much more traction happen. It's going to take time. And that's a good way to get that, is to join the group and start putting out content people like. Yes, the algorithm does look, where was that? The algorithm does look at the ratio. And if you're considered a spammer because you keep spamming, there's one guy that interacts with me, and I talk to him all the time, but he puts all kinds of emojis and stuff like that, and his follower to follow ratio is screwed, and it always comes up, look below, there may be more spam, and when you open it up, and sure enough, it's him. He's already been labeled. So just be careful. Just be careful. What's the role of Tulsi going to be in the Trump administration? Don't know yet. Don't know. Wow. Why is you hear that little puppy? She is a terrorist. I'm telling you. She's a Maltese terrorist. That picture is going to come back to bite them. Yeah, I have friend requests from people I don't know. Be careful with that. I will do a Twitter tutorial in the next couple of days. One thing on the mainstream media, the ratings have been in a tank for years. They're obviously being funded by other entities. Bingo. And so it's no coincidence that there's, let's go ahead and cut. And let's go ahead and sell MSNBC, because now Trump is going to see the books. Whatever has happened, he is now going to see, were you guys funneling money to MSNBC and to CNN and these other networks? Were you actually paying them? Are we going to find that out? Again, like we said somebody earlier, it's not authoritarian. We're just going to see what's under the smoke. If it's just leaves, no big deal. But if there's logs, kindling, then we got to look at that. My cat came in because your dog barking. And that's the new one. That's the new 3-pound Maltese that is absolutely driving my Chihuahua crazy. That she's fearless. She is absolutely nuts. She's about this big. I showed you guys before. And she's out in the other room and barking at Robin. Yeah. Brought to you by Pfizer. How much money did Pfizer funnel to these networks? I mean, it's probably literally in the billions in terms of how much, and it was your money. That's the other thing. It was your money. and they kept funneling it to them. All right, so there's lots of fake accounts. Absolutely breaking. Melania Trump will be America's queen. Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to have her back in there. She's just so good. So let me talk to you about what's going on in New York. So I'm pretty sure at this point that Eric Adams got the memo. Eric Adams he's trying to play nice with Kathy Hochul, but you can tell he's starting to see the writing on the wall. They're coming after him, and he knows that Trump is going to be in office in a couple months with a new Department of Justice, and more than likely, if he gets in there and starts doing the right thing and working with Trump's Attorney General, whoever that's going to be, may say, you know what? All right, Eric, we see you're trying to work with us. We'll go ahead and drop those charges that Merrick Garland came after you with. So Eric's not being stupid. He is understanding what's going on here. There's a new administration. The old administration has been trying to put me in jail. They've arrested my family, arrested friends, and they're moving forward on this lawsuit. And I gotta hope when Trump comes in, he's gonna make this go away. So what do I need to do to have Trump realize, I'm not a Republican, I'm not MAGA, but I'll work with you, bro. Tell me what we need to do. So this is Eric Adams talking about what he feels about the stuff that Trump wants.
And as you communicate with President-elect Trump and have communicated with him, will you express concern about mass deportations in the city?
My concern is one concern, and we keep tinkering around the edges. We keep having this philosophical conversation about it. The voters communicated loudly and clearly. We have a broken immigration system. It needs to be fixed. That's the only conversation I want. It's broken. It needs to be fixed. And New York City was devastated by that broken system. 220,000 migrants and asylum seekers have made their way here. No financial assistance from the administration. I think it was about $200 and something million with billions of dollars we had to pay for. I don't want to see that happen again.
I don't want that. Yeah, come on, Trump. Bail me out, number one. And number two, get rid of these people. Do what you need to do. I don't care. I'll play ball. That's what he's saying.
I don't want what's taking place in Chicago, in Denver, Los Angeles, Houston. I don't want to see it take place again.
The Trace Leches. Yeah, you're not taking over apartment complexes in New York. Don't want that. Hey, D, I need your help. What are we going to do? I'm pretty sure this is what this man is saying, which is not what the reporters in New York want to hear.
Fix our immigration system. Anything other than that, I'm not interested in that conversation. We have a broken system. I talked about this in 2022, just as I talked about violence in 2021, and voters made this the top of their list. The top of their list. When I was talking about it, everyone was being dismissive of me, and voters said, this is a problem. And if we don't have a conversation about fixing the system, everything else is just being philosophical and theoretical, and I'm just not going to engage in that. Let's fix the system.
To be clear, sir, are you saying leave people here alone, focus on the system, or are you not even engaging on what might happen in the city and just focus on the system fix? So I understand your
Well, part of it is we need to either pick up the cost. Cities should not be dealing with a national problem. We need to pick up the course. And there are those here, I've said this more than once, there are those here who are repeated offenders. We need to address that. You don't come to our city and our country and commit violence acts on innocent people.
They lost New York. They lost New York. Think about that. This man is basically giving them Trump's speech. You don't get to come here and do crazy stuff. If you're a criminal, you gotta go. Understanding that being there is being criminal. So whatever Mayor Adams has been and whatever he's done, he's seeing the orange light. The orange light is over Gotham right now. And he's like, yeah, the voters already told us. What do people don't understand? The man just came in with a landslide. You think I'm going to stand up against that? Especially since they're trying to come after me? So if I can get rid of them coming after me and clean up the city, that's a bargain.
Well, do you think that they will happen here?
We're going to do everything possible to make sure that people are treated in a dignity and humane way that we've done for these last few years.
Okay, so then my question is, how can migrant New Yorkers be sure that they won't happen here, given that ICE can make arrests in New York City without police cooperation? And then
it's amazing that these reporters, all they care about are the newcomers. Hey, how about me? I want to go out of my apartment and I want to go to the bodega, but I can't because there's these idiots running around in Times Square doing all kinds of crazy stuff. What about me? I live here. Hey, how can you be sure that Trump's not going to send ICE into New York City? How can you possibly be sure?
Second question is, why should New Yorkers, including migrant New Yorkers, trust that you will advocate for them with the new Trump administration, given that you have a personal stake in winning the president's favor?
Okay, a couple of things. Do you think every New Yorker believes there should not or should be mass deportation? Do you believe every New Yorker believes that?
No, but you have said you don't think there should be.
Yeah, but you said, how can I advocate for New Yorkers? So I should only advocate for one type of New Yorker or all New Yorkers?
Well, that's tough. I don't think you can advocate.
It's not tough. It's not tough at all. I'm the mayor of New York, not of Venezuela, not of Mexico. I'm the mayor of New York. These people don't understand the entirety of the media, even on the print media. People are taking notes and writing stories. It's all trash. They have got the narrative so flipped over that they're talking to the mayor of the biggest city in the United States, and they're asking him, what are you going to do to protect these people? Well, they can humanely be arrested. We'll get you a nice seat in the paddy wagon. We'll get you a nice flight, whatever. It's humane. You'll get, three hots in a cot while you're waiting. Of course you get to eat. We're not going to be inhumane, but you got to get out of here. My job is the mayor of New York. These reporters simply astound me.
For all New Yorkers.
Oh, really? Okay, so which New Yorker I shouldn't advocate for? The ones that agree with you or disagree with you?
This was oh, really?
Well, if you believe there should be no mass deportations, how can people believe that you will advocate for that with the incoming Trump administration?
But you set up a question. This is very interesting, the question you set up. So there's certain New Yorkers I shouldn't advocate for?
I'm not sure that was my question. My question was, why should New Yorkers trust that you will advocate for them with the administration?
Let's go back again. There's some New Yorkers, there are people who stop me on the street and says, I voted for the president and I believe there should be mass deportation. There are people stop me on the street and say, I believe it shouldn't be mass deportation. So what one needs to do is have the ability to sit people in a room and come up with real solutions. That's what I've been doing for 3 years. And so for you to state I'm trying to cover someone's favor, when this is what I've been talking about since the beginning of my administration, that we've been in this problem. And even prior to that, I've been an advocate to deal with immigration issues. So this is not about trying to get anyone favor. This is about making sure we treat this city and the residents of this city in a humane way, and that I listen to both sides. That's the difference between being a mayor and someone who could just give opinions. I got to listen to all New Yorkers, not just the one I agree with or disagree with. That's what it calls when you're representing the entire 8.3 million people.
They are so done. They are so done at this point. Just imagine being a reporter in New York City for the New York Times, Post, whatever rag you write for, and you're advocating for newcomers to be treated than the people standing next to you in that room. It is more important to you that the newcomers get treated with kid gloves than the people walking around the city, not able to go shopping, afraid to come out of their house or their apartments at night. And that's what you're worried about. Man, your focuses are just completely out of whack. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how the media completely flipped. What did these liberal universities do to people? Do they not understand he's the mayor of New York? Residents, citizens come first. They must come first. Trump is the president of the United States, or will be. Americans come first. It is a very, very simple credo. We have priority of people coming from other countries. I don't understand how New York City, different sanctuary cities, California, have prioritized newcomers instead of the people who live in their city. That's why I firmly believe Democrats may never, well, I shouldn't say never, won't be able to win an election in years and years and years. Because it's going to take such, they wanted to put us into deprogramming camps. They need to go into some serious deprogramming. They need to watch the crystal ball and go get some psychological help. You've seen the videos. They're out there shaving their heads. They've got transformers telling kids, come to me if mommy, is voted for Trump. I wish somebody, I wish them up. I hope you haven't seen that video, but there's this really weird video of a transformer saying, if mommy or daddy voted for Trump, come to me. I'll help you. I'd tell Robin, you got to get the bail money ready because I'm taking this dude. I'm just going to take him down. But anyway, I digress. Come to mommy. Are you kidding me? You're not even a mommy. You don't qualify. I look under the hood. Nope, you don't qualify. Time to get your ass whooped. Sorry, this is how it's going to be. So makeup or not, I'm just going to have to take you out at this point. But these people don't understand. America and Americans are more important than the people coming from other countries who aren't supposed to be here. Until they find a way, until they get a candidate who understands that, these people are done. Look at their bench. People are talking about Newsom, talking about running AOC for president. You're done. You're absolutely done. Until somebody can stand up and say, this is crazy. Let's talk about the things people care about, which happen to be what Trump talked about, prices, food, crime, the border, and then have your slant on how you think you can do that better instead of all the other stuff. I'm telling you, 4 years from now, the big A won't even be an issue. The big A will be such a small part of people's minds, especially these women who are shaving their heads and saying they're not going to have sex for 4 years. You're self-ending the problem that you guys are complaining about. Because what's going to happen is if you shave your head and look like a monk, well, I almost said a bad word. If you shave your head and look like a monk, and then tell the guy you're with he can't get none, you're going to be alone. It's very simple. So you do that, and then you won't have to worry about baby removal because you'll be alone. Nobody's looking to get with a bald-headed nut. And you're letting people know in advance when they walk down the street, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, like, you're one of them. I can just picture Donald Sutherland. Because I'm going to stay away from you if I'm a young man. It's not going to change. Enjoy what Trump is doing. Enjoy what, let me just refresh and see if anything, are they done for the night or, let me just see. Yeah, I haven't seen anything new, so we're good. Maybe he's he's probably eating dinner right now. Had him bring in some Kentucky Fried Chicken or some McDonald's. He's probably eating. Or that, or he's flying to Washington, so he can get in his hotel up there. Maybe he's on. But tomorrow's going to be a big day. I don't know if they're televising it. I will see if they can televise it. There's again the meeting with Biden, and then after the meeting with Biden, he's meeting with the senators in Washington as well at the conference. So big day of news coming tomorrow. Obviously, I will go ahead and do 3 o'clock and then 7 o'clock. And if it's anything like this, damn, it just keeps coming. Just keeps coming. But what else did I want to? I think I covered everything. Oh, one other thing. And I don't know, this guy Nick is usually pretty good with his sourcing. But I saw this, and it kind of didn't see this coming. It says, breaking, conservatives in the U.S. House are plotting to challenge Mike Johnson for the speakership tomorrow. An alternative candidate will be nominated in the internal GOP elections in an attempt to strip Mike of the gavel. Mike Johnson has been a total failure, so this move is much needed. Who should be Speaker of the House? I didn't know anything about this, but now we're going to shake that up as well. We're gonna now make it so we're going to get rid of the Speaker of the House. Is that what we're going to do? I can't. I just don't know. It's funny. People are still asking, where's Tulsi going to be? I'm looking through things because she's trending right now. And people are saying that she should be Secretary of State, not Marco Rubio. But as you know, there's nothing yet from Trump. So we're going to end tonight and not have any more updates. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Mike Johnson, you're going to go too? So much news. I am so glad I decided to do these things twice a day because it's just amazing how much news is happening. And I love the fact that they can't do anything. They can't do anything. They need Mitch McConnell to try and stop Trump. Yep, Mike Johnson was a failure. There's going to be mass exodus of newcomers flooding into Canada pretty soon. I believe that. Trump does like Mike Johnson, it says. I've seen that. Read the article about Evan Barker. She came from Democrat. They no longer need the middle class. Good luck for that. It's cold in New Jersey. I need me a Trump. Oh, good. Thank you for reminding me. Somebody said, it's cold in New Jersey. I need me a Trump hoodie. I forgot before I signed off. Thank you very much. Let me go ahead and give out three hoodies. We're going to go with 3 hoodies tonight. So let me get my stuff ready here. And I don't know if Ashley is on, but SB, if you could, somebody make sure you write these names down. We're going to go with 3 here. Let's All right, here we go. Let me get the comment out of the way so you guys can see this. Where's that comment? Where's the comment? Hold on one second. Just got to get that comment. Okay. All right, so let's see who the winner is. Pick it up. Random pick one winner. And it's Edward Keith Holmes is the winner. That's one. Edward Keith Holmes. Let's go ahead and pick another winner. And Clara Collins. Clara Collins, you won a new Trump hoodie. And we're going to go one more. And let's see what we got here. Christopher Kohenor. Christopher Kohenor. All right, so there's 3. Congratulations. Ash will be in contact with you about your mailing address and sizing and all that kind of stuff. But people do win. You just got to go ahead and give us your information. Go here if you want to be in. You don't have to re-register each time. If you're already in there and you haven't won, you can do that. Go to fanfareshop.org and we'll go ahead and get you signed up to win a hoodie. I wanted to show you something. I don't know if I have it with me. Hold on one second. I thought I had something I could show you guys. Yeah, I want to show you this. Okay. And then when you win, do us a favor and send us a picture. We'd love to feature you guys and show people that you actually are wearing your hoodie and that you're actually sporting the Trump. I think I have another one. Let me just check and see if I have the other one that came in with that. I thought I did too. Yep, I got another one. That was the guys, and then this one here is ladies. Let me go ahead and show this one. This is ladies. That's Faith Taylor on the right. That's so cool. She's got those cutouts, and then someone else, another young lady, outside in the back. So we give them out. We give them out. And then next week the gold's gonna go out. So just go ahead and sign up, and we'd love to work with you. let's see, I had to re-register once. Not sure why. Is a way to buy a hoodie. I hadn't been looking at selling them. I felt like, it's just nice to give them away. We'll see what happens. Might have to change that. All right, so bring Lily on. She's in the other room. She's calmed down, so by the time I get off here, she's usually asleep. So let me go ahead and look at, before we get out of here, the super chats, and then I'll also refresh to see if Trump has posted anything else. I'm refreshing right now. Nope, nothing else new. So that might be it for the night. All right, so let me go ahead and say this. This is from Tina. Thank you. I've earned 80 with crypto coin. Very nice. Very nice. Ashley secured an interview. I'm going to start doing more and more interviews as well. Ashley secured an interview with a big crypto person. So we're wait for the news for that. Barry play some Bobby Womack for the Debs. Which Bobby Womack song? Cynthia Harrington, appreciate you for keeping us informed during the entire campaign and even now. Thank you very much for tuning in. And I really want to bring you as much news, information, and that way stuff that you can actually look up as well. Thank you, Nutty Lover. I'm not even going to ask. My best life, this is for the great content. X tutorial is a real plus. Okay, we'll go ahead and do more of those as well then. Jose Bazil, hey Barry, great show as always, fantastic. From what I can see, Trump is coming in with a huge boulder. He's not just coming in with a bulldozer, he's coming in with a flamethrower to basically burn down the stuff, and then the bulldozer to move it out. Wait a minute, we got something else here. Hold on, let me just see something, because these guys, the mods, text me often. Hold on. Okay, Tommy's gonna get me a drum roll so I can put it on my board and go boom and do that. Our wake-up call for the century. Thank you. Absolutely, definitely a wake-up call. What's going on here? They asked so it's Jose. I got Jose. Let me go over here. Okay. CGG Crafts, to borrow from McDonald's. I'm loving it. Thank you, Barry, the truth sayer. Thank you very much for watching. Ryan says, libs on X crying about DJ2 getting rid of the Department of Education. Oh, yeah. I bet you right now, I'm going to go on there's going to be a lot of tears. Pete Hegseth, they're going to lose their mind. I can already see right now, is it going to hire, some guy who was on Fox News and make him Department of Defense? Oh, my God, it's crazy. Common sense prevails, Kara. You're absolutely right. From Bryant in Orlando, Jack Posobiec meeting with investors to purchase MSNBC. Why? Why would you do that? You have a bigger audience on X. You don't need MSNBC. You don't. I mean, unless you can buy it for pennies on the dollar, maybe. Colin L. I'm sad that Camilla has lost. God. Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, I would. Why would you buy it? I would, if I were going to do something, I would buy Alex Jones's equipment as it's being auctioned off tomorrow, and then let him stay and then take some studio time. Elon buys MSNBC and turns it into 24/7 smooth jazz. Why? Broadcast TV is done. Why would Jack go back to broadcast TV? I wouldn't do that. Barry, you buy? Nope, wouldn't do it. If I was going to invest, I would just find a warehouse somewhere, and I would invest in cameras and lights and mics and maybe hire a director and just do podcasts and do different kinds and let Robin do one on prepping and just do like a podcast network. Why would I do television? He thinks he can make more money with it probably. John Parr, wow, this is great, just what I voted for. That's exactly it. This is exactly what people voted for. I am Planet Hermit. It's about the economy. It's always been about the economy. People don't realize it, at least on the left. Lady Addie, I didn't get the Doge job. Huge bummer. Hoping they create a cabinet job for canines. People are eating us. Oh, we might want to invest in Depends because the Democrats are definitely going to be pooping themselves after what's happened tonight. Barry, thank you. I'm learning so much and keeping up with all the latest life in this country is going to be amazing. Need more crypto info. Coming. Crypto info coming. Incoming. Diane Torian, best Christmas ever. Our gifts is the Trump dream team. And the best part about it is he's not done. That's the best part about it. It's still more to come. I'm salivating wondering who his attorney general is going to be. That could be just crazy. Captain Danny, I don't think I can handle all this witty. I know. It's just so much. It literally is every couple of hours something else pops up. I doubt we'll hear much tonight, but we could. Thank you, Mr. Cunningham, for all your great content. Thank you, P. Billy. I like your avatar. The demon of Cybertron. Thank Trump's team, officially the new founding fathers. Oh yeah, it sounds like it. Ray Hughes says, Ray Hugel, only credit McConnell gets is holding up the Garland SCOTUS nomination. Praise God for that. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he, I don't know what he was thinking by putting that, Trump just updated Barry. I'm not sure. Oh, this was an hour ago. We got that. Okay, we got that. Thank you. William Ramsey, U.S. citizens' rights don't end when the Fed or legacy media fear begins. Exactly. Mike the Plumber, how are you? Bye-bye federal income tax. Oh, man, when that drops. Can you imagine when that drops? What? Elon got the job instead of me. Oh, I saw that one earlier. Okay. Where are we? Yes, Junie, we saw that. Elon and Vivek have been appointed for Doge. Love it. Absolutely. That was PBD's choice not to tell anyone. Oh, so they didn't tell him to keep quiet? I thought he said he couldn't tell anyone. Lady Addie, Trump is having fun with the media. They're taking the debate. He is showing people how useless and feckless they are. One by one, every appointment that he's posting up there is literally letting people know, I don't need to speak to you people. You're irrelevant. And you're on these shows making yourself look like fools, and you're basically letting everybody know that you're a fool, that you don't know what's going on. That's the funny part about it. Toynette Fortian, thank you very much. Archibald the Prepper, a major from the Minnesota National Guard. Is that what Pete Hegseth was? Okay. Appreciate the truth from you, Barry, from Real Patriot. Thank you very much. DC Mojo, Trump learned the first time. Now he has surrounded himself with a trustworthy stall. Watch the masterwork. Thank you very much. Yeah, I really feel that just watch what he does. Just watch what he does. Fume Drummer. Will Trump's picks for positions out of the House and the Senate screw up the GOP majority in each? Okay, so Elise Stefanik is moving, and who else? Mike Waltz is moving into the cabinet. Who else is from the House? I'm not sure how it is, but right now he's going to be playing a math game because it's 218 to 205. So if they move Elise Stefanik, I don't know what the rules of replacement are up there, whether they have to have a primary or does Kathy Hochul just get to name somebody. I don't know what those rules are up there, but we will see. Somebody goes expect 100,000 Bitcoin by tomorrow morning. Possible. Very, very possible. Let's see. Gas is already coming down. CR unique take. You got to go truth to get the facts. Yep, go directly to truth. Let me go ahead and post that too. Mark of reality. Are the North Koreans going to shoot another practice rocket over Hawaii again? I doubt it. I think a lot of the world leaders are realizing now. New sheriff in town, or the old sheriff is back. Barry, Comcast unloading MSNBC. Elon think about acquiring. Thanks, Barry. I don't know why he would buy it, Michael. I really don't, other than maybe to shutter it or do something. Miss Fabulous, 3 extra charms. What do you know about Trump reducing national parks to mines? My sister said they reported that in the German news. I don't know anything about that. I will have to go look up that and find out for sure. Shanarella says the elderly still watch those. Eli can buy it and unbrainwash them. Okay, that could be something. Lucy Marie Evans, Crow, it's what for tomorrow's lunch. Oh, God, you guys are funny sometimes. Hey, Tommy, what's going on? AOC couldn't pay her rent 5 years ago as a bartender. Got elected, and now she's a millionaire. She's nothing like Trump. She wants Grammys and money. Yeah, good luck. Good luck putting her up as a presidential candidate. If you think you're lonely now. Oh, that's the Bobby Womack song. Okay, I'll look into that. Rick Long, Barry, thank you for everything that you're doing. Thank you, Barry. Who's this? Michael Nay says, I need a dark MAGA hat. I might have to look into that. Might have to look into a dark MAGA hat. Barry placed on Bobby Womack. That's what you said earlier. All right, guys. I think I got everything. Let me do one last swipe of the Truth Social. Nope, nothing new. All right, so we're all caught up. We got all the information as of right now, and we should be good until tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow morning, all hell breaks loose again. So I hope you guys can meet me at 3 p.m. When we talk about everything tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in to both shows if you were here. If not, go ahead and watch the other one earlier. Love to have you. And again, if you have any seizures or anything like that, don't watch the outro. I promise to have a button so I don't have to keep repeating that. See you guys tomorrow. Who knows what tomorrow holds for us? It's going to be fun.
Thank you.